Why is grilling meat dangerous to one's health? What are polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs? And I personally do not even want to be around barbecues where people are grilling meat because you can inhale them. And there was a study that said you can absorb it through your skin too, even if you obviously have clothes on, you can still absorb it through your skin. So why is it so dangerous to be around?
The first cancers that were noted in the scientific literature were scrotal cancers and chimney sweeps from the polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons formed from smoke. And you know how all wealthy people, put fireplaces in their house and heated their house with wood, burning wood, putting smoke into their house. But smoke and inhaling, and that's why people who work in fast food restaurants with the rancidity of cooked oils and fried foods and barbecues, that's right, inhaling those foods still increases your risk of cancer, even when you're not even eating the food.
Yeah.
But when you barbecue or flame broil or fry or darken, or when you cook foods into the way people like their meat, with its like dark and crispy on the outside and red on the inside, they got to get it very hot under a flame, under a barbecue, so the outside gets burnt fast enough so the inside doesn't get overly cooked. And in doing so, you're creating these hydrocyclic amines and these polyaromatic hydrocarbons. You're creating powerful carcinogens that create cancer. So people love to eat cancer-causing foods.
Wait, Dr. Fuhrman, so one of my I think it's like my favorite smell in the entire world is burning wood. Now, is burning wood not good for you? Just like, because...
Correct.
Wait, so it's just as unhealthy for you as burning meat?
Well, you're not eating the burning wood, you're just inhaling it usually. So it's not as unhealthy as the meat because they're usually eating the meat and inhaling it. But yes, burning wood is a risk factor for cancer. And here's the thing, dementia can be caused by toxins in the brain too. And with climate change and all these wildfires and pollution due to burning, we're increasing the population's risk of cancer and dementia by exposure to the pollution. More reason to eat right, to get the toxins out of your body, but more reasons to deal with climate change and to realize that having our forests burned down and our houses burned down and being around smoke all the time is not good for our health. We have to try to reduce that exposure, and we've got to, work cooperatively with the rest of the world to solve the climate problem with the use of, whether we're using petroleum or excessive travel or eating meat and whatever we're doing wrong. We've got to make a radical change to try to save the planet, because we have about 150 million people who are moderately malnourished due to calorie deprivation. And as the climate change gets worse, we're going to put more millions of people into starvation, malnutrition, more exposure to smoke, floods. It's just, it's very, you could say, touching that it's very important that we work cooperatively. But unfortunately, there's so much social norms that prevent nations and people from working cooperatively. So much competition and superiority, and it's just, we have some religious, fervor of this religion be better than that religion, and belief systems that are interfering with humans being able to take care of themselves and the earth and the planet simultaneously, which has to be a very critical factor in everybody's thinking nowadays with what's happening to our planet.